السلام عليكم نور أنا أيوب.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته. How's everyone this evening?
Yeah, we're good.
Mr. President, it is a fantastic honor to see you.
That's a Nur Alam.
You're muted.
You're muted, Nur Alam.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Nurul Alam, actually. How are you? How are you, Siddharth? You're muted now.
I'm good, alhamdulillah. Just trying to get... Alhamdulillah. How does that look for you guys?
Are you doing it now today, or is it Khalid who's doing it? Sorry.
Today, Imam Hamid is hosting.
Imam Hamid is hosting.
Yeah, so it's back to normal, inshallah.
So people can join on Zoom and on YouTube at the same time?
Yeah, that's correct.
I believe.
Fantastic.
And then I think that it looks like you have to have a phone or something like that to put your
Menti.
answers in. Yeah, to do Menti, exactly.
Oh, let me get Menti up and running.
How many people do we have? Sorry.
For the quiz, we will find out in a bit, inshallah.
Okay.
Sheikh Khalid, where did your magical voice appear from?
Allah, karamat.
Allahu Akbar. May Allah protect you.
Ameen, jazakallah khair. And you.
Alhamdulillah.
We're just waiting for Imam Hamid. He's just running slightly late. He had a meeting, so he's on his way, inshallah.
Well, he's not late. He's still got 2 minutes.
We're early.
Exactly,
Mashallah.
that's a good way of looking at it.
Yeah.
Alhamdulillah. Let's see. Assalamu alaikum to Abdul Qayyum and family. Abdullah Sarkar, Shukri. Please feed me the answers via private message. Jazakallah khair.
No cheating allowed.
In the absence of rules, in the absence of ground rules, anything goes.
Yeah, I agree.
It's going to appear on the screen once we share it, inshallah. So just bear with us. Once we go live, the code will appear on the screen.
Dawood, shall I open, or Khalid, shall I open Menti on my phone?
Yeah, you guys can go on it, and then once the
screen
once we open the quiz.
Yeah, at the moment it's just a blank screen on the phone, isn't it?
Oh, running it.
Sorry.
Oh, quiz is not open yet. There it is.
Dr. Evil.
One out of 21 questions. All right, Bismillah.
All right, we're going to hand over to our host. He's here, Barakallahu Feek. Welcome.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, Imam Hamid.
Sahlan. How are you doing, Noor Alam? And
Alhamdulillah.
Ayub, mashallah.
Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh.
Good to see you again, mashallah.
Oh, this is going to be an interesting show. You've got 21 questions for me to answer. I hope the first one is which area of London is going to get locked down next?
Yeah, so we're just waiting on Zishan at the moment before we get started, mashallah. But this is very precarious because once upon a time, Ayub was sitting here asking me questions. But now, alhamdulillah, I'm going to be asking him questions.
Now the tables have turned, huh? The tables have
Oh,
turned.
Akbar. The student has become the master.
It's okay. We can all turn on Nur al-Alam and ask him why he covered up the well. I still haven't got over that. It's like,
Yeah, the well's right.
yeah, you were meant to find the evidence in the Quran and Sunnah about the impermissibility of covering up wells. Come on.
Covering up. If water has dried out from those wells, it's permissible to cover them up. And if horses no longer come to drink from those.
So I think that actually, given the situational context here, Ayub, that we have a lot of rain in this country anyway. So I think on this occasion we don't actually necessarily need to refer to a faqih to tell us whether it was permissible to do it or not, right?
He took the deen into his own hands then,
Yeah, dangerous stuff, really, that isn't it?
Allah.
You know, they say there's a mujtahid in every masjid these days, mashallah.
Yeah. Mujtahid is Nur al-Alam. Allahu Akbar. Alhamdulillah. All right, so I think we have around about 27 odd people who have signed up at the moment. So we'll give it a few more minutes, inshallah, just to let.
So they're signing up on Menti, right?
Yeah, they're getting aboard on Menti, inshallah, getting ready for the quiz. Have you signed up, Ayub?
I'm on it. Some people are asking in the chat here, what's the code?
The code is for the Menti. Let me just check with my technical team. It's on the thing. It's on the YouTube channel. So if you go down in the link description of the video description on YouTube, you'll find the code there. And Ayub has shared it in the chat to us only. You want to do it to all panelists and attendees?
Who is it that Abdullah asked? Let's see, all panelists and attendees. There we go. Abdullah, if you're watching, listening, it's 92425.
92425. That is correct. That's the first answer you got right there. Well done, mashallah.
Hey.
warming up, right? Okay.
So my logo thing is quite inappropriate, actually, but I think it'll work.
Let's see what mine is. I think I'm a whale or a pufferfish. Should be interesting.
I'm that purple thing with horns on it.
Oh, mashallah. Okay, so the technical team are just surrounding me here. Claustrophobic now. Personal space, guys. Social distance, please.
Yeah, exactly. What happened to social distancing?
Mashallah. So we're just waiting on Zishan to join us, our final panelist, inshallah. Zishan, of course, was the host last week. He did a stellar job. Mashallah, I tuned in the weeks previous. Mashallah, so funny. You guys are a bunch of clowns, I've got to say. Hilarious, mashallah. So while we're waiting, Ayub.
Yes, Sheikh.
Tell us a little bit about yourself, inshallah, for the viewers at home watching and who are unfamiliar with your face and your name here at IANL. Obviously, we know you quite well, but tell us a little bit about yourself.
Assalamu alaikum, everyone watching at home or wherever you may be. I hope you're social distancing, unlike our host here. My name is Ayub, and I run the charity Islamic Network. Alhamdulillah, for those of you at Finchley, you've seen us around over the last few years with our Night Mania and Crazier programs, alhamdulillah. And once lockdown eases, we look forward to coming back to we've got a whole new range. This lockdown period has given us some time to develop new events, new activities to help engage and nurture young people, inshallah. So we're looking forward to hit the ground running. That is, unless we get locked down for winter again, and then we'll be back to doing online things.
Mashallah. So you're the secret behind Night Mania, mashallah. Night Mania is always quite popular here, mashallah. We really enjoy it. Alhamdulillah, and the youth especially, mashallah. But there you go. There's the face to the event, guys. So if anything goes wrong in IANL again, you know who to come to.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته.
ذو شأن.
Naam.
How are you doing?
Alhamdulillah, I'm very well, thank you.
MashaAllah, it's good to have you with us, alhamdulillah. And mashallah, can I just commend your stellar performance over the past 2 weeks, mashallah, hosting the quiz.
Anything for this masjid. Anything for this masjid.
So how many people are there now on Menti? There's Zishan, there's fighting talk from Abu Muthanna in the chat. He wants to,
Has he come back?
He wants to do a VAR on your performance, like.
SubhanAllah, look, he's come from tucking his tail between his legs, yeah? MashaAllah. He's been eating humble pie for the last weeks. Miskeen. Where is he? Sheikh Noor, salam alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam, Zishan. How are you?
I'm very well. How are you?
Alhamdulillah. You're off center. You're off center on the screen. You need
yes,
to
I'm trying to sort that out. How's that?
much better.
Okay, there we go. Lovely. Lovely, jubbly. I need to join Minty, isn't it?
Okay, guys. So no white noise on our programs, alhamdulillah. We are, I think, ready and raring to go. We have 50 participants on Menti, mashallah. Those of you who are following on YouTube, just beware that focus on your Menti app thingy, whatever your device you're using, because there usually is a delay with regards to the video stream. So I may be reading a question out and that question has already started its countdown, so you're going to lose vital points. A few heads up about the rules for those of you who don't know. Answer the question correctly. There'll be mainly multiple choice. Any curveballs? Okay, so there might be a couple of curveballs, but mainly multiple choice, inshallah. And the person who gets the answer correct will get points, and the person who answers the fastest will get the most points, inshallah. We have everything to play for. Who was the winner last week? Do you remember? Team Ali. Was it Team Ali? Okay, Team Ali was the winner last week, inshallah. So let's see who's going to take it this week, inshallah ta'ala. So I know people, I'm sure you guys are ready. Panelists, are you ready?
No.
With an air of nervousness.
That was physical warm up. That was.
Oh.
Get your fingers warmed up, guys. Fingers warmed up.
No. Ayub was actually physically warming up with stretching and things like that. Yeah.
We're gonna launch PE with Ayub soon. Like,
Yeah.
there we go.
Give me an A.
Give me a Y. Yes.
Okay, so without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, bheno or bhaiyo, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Let us begin. Question 1. In the Quran, in spite of being the wife of the Prophet, the wife of Lut alayhi salam disobeyed Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Which other Prophet's wife disobeyed Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? So which of the Prophet's wives disobeyed him? Which one of the Prophets, his wife? Is it the wife of Ibrahim, the wife of Salih, Ilyas, or Nuh alayhimus salatu wassalam? Which one of these four was known?
20% chance of getting this right.
The wife of Nuh. The vast majority of you have gone for that, and it is the correct answer. Well done. To getting that right. Was it a good start? Let's have a look.
It was a trick question, that one.
It was a trick question. I had to read it a couple of times.
It was quite long-winded, wasn't it? So
Yes.
Amina, mashallah, Amina, I remember her from the weeks past. She did really well in the last couple of weeks, didn't she, mashallah? So she's here. She's back in the action, back in the mix of things at top spot with 961. Public speaking coach and family quiz team. These guys are notorious for just owning the quiz and just constantly being in the top 4. I don't know how many times they've won it.
32nd.
Right?
Thank you.
Once or twice, I think they've won it. Sumaya bint Khalid, mashallah, making your father proud. Ahmed and Co. and the King. The King is back, ladies and gentlemen. Ayub, I'm interested to know what your username is.
Oh, mine. I'm not so creative. Mine is my name. Maybe I missed the trick. Maybe I should have said, "Oh, I'm Amina."
That is the trick. That is the trick.
Only on weekend.
It's like, oh, Amina's got my back. Yeah, let's do this.
All right, let's go on to the next question, guys. Let's see if our panelists can get onto the top 10 leaderboard, inshallah. Question number 2. True or false? Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu was the first man to believe in the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam and enter into Islam. True or false? Was he the first man to enter?
Oh, trick.
That's a tricky
Oh, that's a.
Purple.
Not at all. Not at all. There's no trick here. It's just this 50% chance of getting it right or wrong.
Oh man.
question.
Let's see.
Here we are. So, mashallah, even spread. False is the correct.
Ah, alhamdulillah.
Subhanallah. A look of bewilderment on Zishan. What's going on?
That was a trick question.
Comparing with
Really was
Suleiman,
it?
that's why.
It was a trick because in my mind I'm like, first boy, was Ali a boy? Was he a
Man,
man? What age was he? Baligh, not bad. Ah.
Okay, let's have a look at the trivia. Do we have any trivia for this? Oh, we don't have any trivia for this, Khalid.
No, that's good. The Imam is definitely trivia. You can explain us.
MashaAllah. So I'm guessing that the correct answer is Ali radiallahu ta'ala anhu.
But he was a young boy.
He was a young boy, yes. He wasn't a
Yeah,
boy.
exactly. That's why it was a trick.
A boy is a
Oh,
man.
what is this?
My technical team are telling me a boy is a man.
Come on. Off
Guys,
with his mate.
I just like to apologize on behalf of the technical team.
Yeah, but come on. Anyone under the age of 40 is a boy then. Come on.
You can't take that from him.
Subhanallah. Okay, guys, I'm just gonna, give you a heads up there, right? Ayub may be complaining right now about the question and how it was put, but he was the fastest to get that correct. Subhanallah.
Hmm.
Was that a guess? Was that a guess, Ayub?
No, I thought I misread the question and then I pressed false and then I was like, oh wait, boy, man, boy. And then I was like, I was questioning myself.
Bradley
So
slipped me the finger.
in your fuzziness, you managed to get it right then.
Subhanallah.
Alhamdulillah.
So there are a couple of participants that are saying that the questions are rather dubious. Subhanallah.
It is because it threw me completely. Imam Hamid.
So hold on. I'm getting an apology in from the technical team. They are saying sorry. So let's move on to the next question.
Have you got an earache or something?
Own points. I've had enough. I'm doing my own points.
It's the family quiz team all over again. Question 3. Which is the first month in the Islamic calendar? Oh, Allahu Akbar. There's no tricks to this question, guys. This is straightforward. Ramadan, Muharram, Safar, or Dhul Hijjah?
You can sing the nursery rhyme for us.
First, do you know it?
Well, it
Yeah,
depends. It depends on if you count like when your imam gets revitalized. People live Ramadan to Ramadan.
So a lot of people went for Muharram, and it is, of course, correct, mashallah. The first month of the Islamic calendar is Muharram. Mashallah. So congratulations to all those who got that right. Let's see how that shakes things up at the top. I don't think it's going to shake things up too much because the vast majority got that correct. Amina got that correct. Ahmed and Co. Sumaya knocks off Amina at the top spot, mashallah. So Sumaya.
Amina, what's going on? Come on.
Amina was, we have high hopes for her. Inshallah.
Maybe I backed the wrong horse. Anyway.
Nusayba, Isa, Habibis. The Habibis are in town, ladies and gentlemen. Furry dragons. I don't know how furry dragons can be. They're usually quite scaly, but we're going to take your word for it, inshallah. Has also joined the top 10. Ayub Sidat, representing the panelists.
Yeah, but I didn't know I should have like a funky name like Fairy Dragons.
Or pufferfish, perhaps.
Oh.
Snowell, Abdul Qayyum and family round up the top 10, mashallah. Well, congratulations to you guys so far. Let's see.
Where's Brother Bradley?
Bradley, Question 4. No one from At-Ta'if accepted the call of the Prophet ﷺ except for one man. What was his name? So the Prophet ﷺ went to Ta'if, called them to Islam. None of them accepted Islam except for one of these 4. Abbas, Utbah ibn Rabi'a, or Addas.
This is an interesting process of elimination question.
Very, very interesting. So let's see your answers, guys. Even spread across the board. The correct answer is
Alhamdulillah.
Oh.
You get that? Allah.
one man.
Me and Suleiman are having our own little
But
contest.
One man.
So it was a complete guess by everyone, really,
It was.
wasn't it?
I'll
It
hold
was
my
a
hands
complete
up and say I've never
Yeah.
heard this before, and it was a pure process of elimination. Waraka bin Nawfal, no. Utbah bin Rabi'a, no. Whoever the other one was.
It was Abbas.
Obviously, it couldn't have been
uh,
Al-Abbas radiallahu anhu.
He was in the Amal Fath, I think,
Mhm.
isn't it? So, subhanallah. There you go, man. Ayub, you got that right as well, and you're in the top 4. Allahu Akbar.
Amazing.
MashaAllah.
Oh, Bradley's tearing it up in the comments.
He is, isn't he? I like.
We should just ask Bradley to just join us on the panel every week.
He might as well be there, right? Subhanallah.
No,
So Amina back at the top, mashallah. Congratulations.
Bradley's after your job, Noor. Oh,
Guess the
what's this?
companions, guys. Guess the companions.
Okay.
Are you ready for this? Raised, I'm guessing, raised to become one of the first Muslims from Medina, or raced to become. Raised, right? Raced. Okay, it is correct. Raced to become one of the first Muslims from Medina, as in like running, racing. Yeah. Embracing Islam at the hands of the Prophet ﷺ at the pledge of Aqaba. Ansari companion was appointed as a collector of zakat and battled hard as well as other expeditions that followed. Honored as one of the scribes of the revelation, guys, nurtured a distinguished relationship with the Quran. He possessed his own written copy of the Quran, and the companions would learn directly from him. He was one of 25 to have memorized the entire Quran at the time of the Prophet ﷺ, before his demise. So before the Prophet passed away, he had memorized the entire Quran during his lifetime. He was a member of the Shura Council of Abu Bakr as-Siddiq radiallahu ta'ala anhu and Umar, and died 29th after the Hijrah during the Khilafah of Uthman ibn Affan radiyallahu ta'ala anhuma. Who was
he?
Who was this companion? So we're going to come up with a couple of options in the next screen. Let's have a look. This person's description. Who was the noble companion of the Prophet ﷺ that fits that description? Was it Abdullah ibn Umar, Abu Darda, Ubay ibn Ka'b, or Zayd ibn Thabit? Allahu Akbar. Who was it? Ayub has left the building. Ayub has left the building. Which one of these 4 was?
That was way too dramatic. I had to turn the lights are flickering. I had to turn them down.
So a lot of people went for Zayd ibn Thabit. It is
Oh.
Ubay ibn Ka'b, subhanallah. I think it's a scribe element. And
Yeah,
the
that was a nice
Zayd
red
ibn
herring you threw in there. Nice.
Thabit,
I
Zayd
give
ibn
you credit
Thabit
for
was-
that.
Yeah.
That question was an essay in itself, I think. I don't think it should be allowed.
Yeah, not a lot of people know this about Ubay ibn Ka'b, but he was, of course, one of the mahara of the Quran, that the companions used to go to in order to learn the Quran from him. MashaAllah. So let's see how that's shaking things up. M&M's was the only one to get that right from the top 10.
MashaAllah. Well done, M&M's.
Allahu Akbar.
And they jumped to 3rd position.
Well done, mashallah. But everyone else from the top 10 is holding fast to their respective positions. M&M's slowly climbed up there, mashallah. Bit of a curveball there. But mashallah, that concludes our Deen section of the quiz, mashallah. How did you guys fare?
Alhamdulillah. I really like the process of elimination question because it's something
Mashallah.
it just shows like I thought I knew the story of Taif very well, but clearly there are more dimensions to it that I need to re-explore.
Subhanallah. Bradley is saying that I think I need to take my shahada again. I did that badly. Allahu Akbar. What does that say for all of us, eh? Subhanallah.
Yeah, so I think we need a revision on the Prophet Sirah, to be honest, and we need to be tested on a regular basis, Imam Hamid.
Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. I think
Quizzes like this are the best way to learn, because I don't think I'll ever forget that.
I'm lighting up the whole of this thing right from the bottom. Yeah. it's demotivating, but the fact that I know that I'm lighting it up is really
Yes.
I'm holding it all up for everybody.
Right,
Nur ala nur.
Soon, Nur Alam, you're just going to be like, oh, I'm just here to audit this session. I'm not here to participate.
Dodgy question though, Khalid. Someone said in the comments.
How's it doing on the YouTube comments? Any ikhtilaf in the comments there?
And you guys still hear me? We're having a few connection issues here on my end. Everything okay? We're good to go? Yeah?
Alhamdulillah.
Okay, bismillah. Next question, guys. This is all about science. So let's see how you guys fare at science. What is the name of the biggest part of the human brain? It's not dimag. What is the... Is it cerebrum, cerebellum, brainstem, or corpus callosum? Which of these four is the biggest part of the human brain?
I think I've got it wrong again.
Cerebrum, cerebellum, brainstem.
Don't count yourself out yet.
Cerebrum is, of course, I'll say of course, but that is the correct answer, inshallah.
Did you know this, Imam Hamid?
I had the cerebrum and the cerebellum are the only parts of the brain that I actually know from these four.
Oh, so it had to be one of those, right?
It had to be one of those. I had a 50-50 chance, and I'm pretty sure I got that right. Because I saw that green tick, I knew it was correct. Okay, so a bit of trivia here, subhanAllah. So we don't get trivia for the deen.
But we get trivia for the science.
Yeah, you got me for that, actually. Yeah, subhanAllah. Okay, so the brain has three main parts, the cerebrum, cerebellum, and the brainstem. Cerebrum is the biggest and largest part of the brain. You guys can read that, inshallah, for yourselves. Here you are, some Wikipedia information for you guys, mashallah, with regards to the brain. Let's see how that shakes up the leaderboard, though.
Ooh.
Shocking.
So, the top 5 didn't get that right.
Did it fly off?
Snow Will has in the top spot.
I'm just hanging on. I'm just hanging on.
And you see that at the very bottom, subhanAllah. Abdullah was the fastest to get that correct. Well done, Abdullah. The Habibis are in the top 4, guys. The Habibis, mashallah, slowly making their way up, regaining and reclaiming their reputation of previous champions, mashallah. Ahmed and Co. Third.
No, we have been like a blizzard to come out of nowhere.
Yeah, he just came, mashallah. He's in the place up.
Is Bradley even in the top 10?
Is Bradley even playing? That's the real question.
Bradley, wherefore art thou, Bradley? Let's have a look at the next question, guys. Let's see if you can make his way to the top 10 with this question. What is the 7th planet from the sun? Mercury, Uranus, Jupiter, or Venus? Mercury, Uranus, Jupiter, or Venus. Which of these is? We're the third, right? We're the third? Yeah, we're the third.
There's that famous, we are the third rock from the sun.
Third rock from the sun. So a lot of people went for Uranus, and it is correct. Well done, guys. MashaAllah. Yeah. Let's check out the trivia.
Position is
the 7th planet from the sun, with the 3rd largest diameter in our solar system. Uranus is very cold and windy. Subhanallah. Snow Will, you better have got that right. It's very cold. This is right up your street here.
Let's see if Snowy got that.
Let's have a look, shall we? At the leaderboard.
See ya.
He did get that right, mashallah. So will they hold on to top spot, or will Almina take over? They have held on. They have held on, mashallah. Well done to you guys. Habibi's slowly making their way up in 3rd place now. And Ayub has been knocked off the top 10.
Nusayba has kicked me off the top spot. Jazakallah khair.
MashaAllah, Nusayba, you're the only panelist that's representing for us right now. Subhanallah. Zishan, where are you guys at?
Let's not talk about that at the moment.
Wait,
There's no battle with Suleiman up here.
He's arguably the worst counsel to have right now.
I'm beating him, so I'm happy. Alhamdulillah.
I think that's true of every week, isn't it?
wow, I've actually been kicked quite far. I'm in 16th place. Wow.
Subhanallah. Consistency is the key, guys. Consistency.
All right, let's do this.
Next question, ladies and gentlemen. True or false? A salamander is a warm-blooded animal. True or false? A salamander is a warm-blooded animal. Blooded or is it cold-blooded?
Wow, 50-50. Let's find out.
Yeah, friend.
It could be one of two things.
It's an amphibian, right? But it's probably a warm-blooded. Yeah.
No, conferring there. A panel within a panel there, mashallah.
It is a false.
It is false, yes. So it's cold. It's cold-blooded, I think. Well, it must be, right? All members of amphibia are cold-blooded, ladies and gentlemen. Always remember that.
So a frog is a cold-blooded animal, is it?
Is it a member of the amphibia?
Isn't it?
You can't ask me that question. I asked you.
I love how Bradley has all the answers in the comments after the questions, after the fact. Bradley has the answer after the fact.
Subhanallah. So frogs, toads, salamanders. There's your answer right there, Nur Alam.
Yeah.
Utilize the sun and shade balance to regulate their internal temperature. Subhanallah. هذا خلق الله فأروني ماذا خلقوا. Okay.
I'm sorry, I'm laughing at Bradley in the comments.
You better not be laughing at the ayah, bro.
I know it was such bad timing.
Last time, right?
I'm going to claim Bradley's excuse. If you look at the comments, I'm gonna claim the same excuse.
It's the deleter, really. MashaAllah. Let's have a look at the leaderboard, how things have changed up. Allah. Okay, so not much changed there. Abdullah and Ahmed and Co are pretty much the only people that have switched places, but everybody else has maintained their positions there, mashallah, with the correct answer.
I'm climbing.
Okay, so alhamdulillah, so those of you who struggled with science and that wasn't your particular forte, you'll be pleased to know that science is now done and dusted with and wiped under the carpet. We are now going on to geography. So if you know your way around the world and you are a well-traveled man, you may do well, inshallah, in this
Or a woman.
subject. I mean that by taghlib, innit? So yeah, man, woman, inshallah. Yeah, ayyuhal mu'minun. Mu'minun here is a masculine plural, and we're, feminine is
collective. Yeah.
Well, my way out. I got to be careful these days. Absolutely.
I was using one of these Grammarly type online proofreading services, and every time I had put like him or her or this or that, etc., it always came up with a little squiggly line and said, "Consider avoid using gendered language." And I'm like, wow, even down to spell checkers now it has.
Allah musta'an. Okay, so let's see what's happening on the quiz, inshallah ta'ala. Next question, guys, with regards to geography. What country is the newest in the world to be recognized by the UN? Ajiba. What country is the newest in the world to be recognized by the UN? South Sudan, Kosovo, Montenegro, and Serbia, or East Timor? South Sudan, Kosovo, Montenegro, and Serbia.
The real question is, doesn't even matter if you're recognized by the UN.
Allah, the philosophical question behind the question, subhanallah. A lot of people went for South Sudan despite that philosophical musing there. And it was correct, mashallah, 28 people got that right. Zishan's shaking your head. Did you confer with Suleiman and get that wrong again?
Yeah, he double-crossed me. No certainty it was that one.
So one of the things that I saw last week with Riaz was that whatever answer he thought was correct, he went with the opposite. whatever answer that Suleiman gives you, always go with the opposite of that.
Yes.
Is this our Suleiman?
Our Suleiman, yes.
Our
That's
Suleiman.
like having an anti-gut reaction. You know, you got a gut feeling, like whatever you feel like in your bones is correct. Just ignore that.
You're absolutely.
Subhanallah. So the newest internationally recognized country in the world is the African country of South Sudan, which declared independence on July the 9th, 2011.
I always forget. So is South Sudan the Muslim majority part now, and North
No, it's
Sudan
the other one. It's the
No,
is
other
the
one.
other way?
The Sudan,
Yeah.
Sudan is still the Muslim majority. South Sudan is the minority one. Caused rather a stir. Subhanallah. So let's see how that stirs up the leaderboard, though. Snowhill didn't get that right. Are they knocked off the top spot?
Ooh.
They are indeed all the way down to
Oh.
7th. Is that 8th? Subhanallah. That's a big drop.
Well, I'm climbing back up. I'm in 12th place. Nusayba, I'm coming for you. And
The internal rivalries. I love it, mashallah. So, mashallah, Amna takes the top spot.
So, Ayub, if it's any consolation, mate, I'm sort of some 3,000 points behind the leader. Right?
you go. This,
Nur al-Alam here is more for moral support.
Yeah, so don't worry, there is hope. Yeah,
It's the taking part that counts, Nur.
exactly.
he's here to make sure you guys are doing your job, pretty much. Like,
He's ordered.
Without winners, there'll be no losers.
He's carrying out the risk assessment right now. MashaAllah. Okay, next question, guys. There's still hope. There's still hope, no matter what happens, guys. What is the oldest recorded town in the UK? The oldest recorded town in the UK. Lowestoft, Suffolk, Whitby, North Yorkshire, Ipswich, Suffolk, and Colchester, Essex. Lowestoft, Whitby, Ipswich, and Colchester. Which one of these is the oldest recorded town in the UK?
Whitby, North Yorkshire.
Nur Alam, you're quite the well-travelled man in the UK. What do you think it is? Well, it doesn't matter now. We know what it is.
Doesn't matter. That was my gut. I should have gone with my gut feeling on this one, Imam Hamid. I went for the opposite. I went for the opposite altogether. I went for Lowestoft.
SubhanAllah, Riaz, wherever you are, your advice is not working. Allah.
so Colchester is quite interesting in that there are coins. I don't know how familiar everyone is here with dating back to that time period in the Viking period, where one side of the coin it says Ayla Rex, so King Ayla, who was the king at the time, and the other side it says La ilaha illallah. That's because coins from the Muslim lands were traded as currency all the way here in Britain, and they would remint it. So they would like shave down one side and they would stamp it. So Ayla Rex, King Ayla's coin, but on the other side it would still say La ilaha illallah.
Subhanallah.
You need to get Ustad Adnan Rashid. I think he has some in his personal collection.
No way.
Yes, I believe he owns some in his personal collection. Alhamdulillah.
MashaAllah. That's amazing, MashaAllah. So going forwards, inshallah, we're not going to pay attention to the trivia that comes up on our screens. We're just going to go to Ayub for him to give us a lowdown of Viking coins, subhanallah. Amazing.
Well, there's even more. There was someone, I think in Sweden, buried, and when they dug up her grave, she had all these kind of the Muslim garb or Muslim coins, rings, etc. And it just shows how well traveled the Vikings were in that time, that they traded and interacted with the Muslims of that period.
Amazing, mashallah. Subhanallah, man. Civilization right there, the past.
AD 49, though, that doesn't make sense, Ayub.
Well, no, so after this.
Yeah, it would be well after that.
Well,
right?
after this.
It'll
yeah,
be
this is the oldest, yeah.
Yeah, it'll be 600, post 600 and something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, no, it's just trying to make sense of what you said, that's all.
Queen, I told you, Nur Alam's here to audit. He's here to audit the session.
Auditing you right there.
He's one of those like Donald Trump fact checkers, like, actually, Mr. President, that wasn't correct. Like,
keeping us honest, Nur Alam is mashallah. So the top three didn't get that right, guys. Let's see how that shakes things up. Allah, Abdullah has taken the top spot. SubhanAllah. Welcome, Abdullah, the paperclip. Team Ali, the previous winners. They were last week's winners, right? Team Ali too.
Yes, they were.
They have joined us in the top 10, mashallah. Amina is still floating and hovering around the top 10 with the Habibis. Snowil, it's getting a little bit warm now. I think the ice is melting. Is in fourth, and Ahmed and Co, the private limited company, is also is also up there, mashallah, top 10. So well done, guys. Keep it up. Inshallah, consistency is the key. Okay, so now you can all see on your screens a picture of a building. Where would you find this building? I'm going to give it 1, 2, 3 seconds, and let's go into the question. Where would you find that building that you just saw on your screens, ladies and gentlemen? In which city would you find La Sagrada Familia? Is it Granada? Is it Barcelona? Is it Brasilia? Or is it Santiago de Compostela?
MashaAllah.
GCSE Spanish kicking in right there.
Grade A Spanish, is it?
I think the Imam is frozen.
Yeah.
And at least he froze on a beautiful smile, mashallah.
I know that, right?
You guys need 5G in the masjid.
Okay, just bear with us, guys. We're just having a few connections.
Teacher and identify the building.
Okay, so I'm just going to get so my technical team is, that they're just fixing the problem right now. If you just bear with us, ladies and gentlemen, we apologize for the delay in the feed. Inshallah, obviously, whilst this is going on and whilst the technical team is sorting this out, inshallah, it's important to always remember that we must be grateful who are tuned into the session by Imam Umar Hajjaj yesterday, mashallah, being grateful. We should always do shukr for all the things that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us. And one of the things and one of the ways in which we can give shukr to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is whatever Allah gives us from the bounty blessings, is that we direct those to as a way in which we show our gratitude to Him. So inshallah, although the Zoom and the current feed is intermittent at the moment, we must give gratitude to Allah for what we have done so far. So just bear with us, inshallah, and it's us from this current issue, inshallah. So one of the things that just as we're waiting as well, last week I was watching the quiz from home, mashallah, and it's amazing from watching it from the outside in. Subhanallah, I know, like we're doing it now, but from the outside in, subhanallah, it's hilarious. The brothers, really good time, mashallah. I didn't take part in the quiz, but I did have a good time watching it, mashallah. So I hope that this can continually happen week in, week out, inshallah. We can have a good time every week, bi'idhnillah. So the connections are being
but we're having technical issues at the moment.
on, inshallah ta'ala. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Wa bihi nasta'in. Allahumma salli wa sallim ala nabiyyina Muhammad. And I think we're back. Are we back, guys? Do your screens show what my screen is showing?
Yep, we're back.
Allah. Okay, so I think we are ready to proceed. Yeah. Excellent, alhamdulillah. Okay, so Barcelona, ladies and gentlemen, for all of you who got that correct, the 28 of you, mashallah, that was the correct answer. We do apologize for that technical issue that we just had there, but alhamdulillah, let us continue, inshallah ta'ala, and find out a little bit of trivia about this Spanish city. The Sagrada Familia Basilica and Expiatory Church of the Holy Family is the most iconic symbol of Barcelona and the most visited landmark in the whole of Spain. SubhanAllah, I did not. That's amazing. Have any of you guys been there?
No, unfortunately, I can't say I have. Bradley.
Zishan is speaking above everybody else as well, mashallah. Mashallah, it looks amazing, and I would love to go there one day, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala, and see the wonders of the world. So let's see how that shakes things up at the top though. So Sumaya, Snowil, and Amina didn't get that right. They've dropped down a little bit. Abdullah holds on to top spot, followed by Fairy Dragons. Ahmed and co are slowly making profits after the lockdown. Habibis were the fastest, mashallah, to answer that correctly. They are truly loved. Ayub, see that back in the mix of things, mashallah. They're up there in 5th, alhamdulillah. Sumaya, is that the same one? No? So Sumaya, not Bint Khalid, but another Sumaya, is up there in 6th, mashallah. And Amina holding fast to the top 10. Team Faisal, mashallah, is also in town, alhamdulillah. So well done to you guys. Riddles. Riddle.
Yeah, the riddles.
This one is where you have to type the answer. Now I saw this happen last week, and I thought it was very, very, mashallah, ingenious and very challenging as well, subhanallah. So let's see how you guys fare with this one, alhamdulillah. I hope the questions are going to be just as good as last week, if not better, bi'idhnillah. But riddle me this, ladies and gentlemen. Riddle me this. The Riddler was a character in Batman, I believe, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, riddle me this, guys. Riddle me this. Dawood is laughing at me. I have branches, but no fruit, trunk, or leaves. What am I? I have branches, but no fruit, trunk, or leaves. What am I? Branches, but no fruit, trunk, or leaves. What could that be? Riddle me this.
Interesting.
Subhanallah. I have branches, but no fruit, trunk, or leaves. What am I? A tree with no fruit, trunk, or leaves, maybe? Let's see. So there's a variant of answers. The correct answer is a bank. Allahu Akbar. Of course. So possible answers are a bank and banks. Mashallah, whoever got that correct is, mashallah, well done to you. So alhamdulillah, of course, banks do have branches. They don't have any fruit.
Imam Hamid,
They take
why did I get it wrong?
What was your answer?
Bank.
Because it wasn't in, I think it goes on how you spelt it, banks. So what was accepted is a bank or bank.
Bank.
B-A-N-K with a capital B.
No, but
So
I think
We've got consternation in the comments as well. People saying I put bank as well.
Yes.
Looking
So
at the
the
comments,
word
Zahid Aswad, I said bank too! Exclamation,
Yeah.
exclamation,
So-
exclamation, exclamation.
Yeah, so you see you've got the bank over there, B-A-N-K, is shown as red.
Zed says if you
fact-
click it, it will accept it as an answer. So whoever is in charge, click it.
Really?
That's what it said. Well, that's what the comments say.
Yes, you are correct. Allahu Akbar.
And now I've got the correct answer.
Now you have that. Now you should have the correct answer.
Takbir, Allahu Akbar.
Allahu Akbar.
Let me just confer with my technical team, guys. Let me just go to the.
Bradley's gunning for family tree as well.
Okay.
I am in cahoots with Bradley because I put family tree.
Family tree, to be honest.
Click family tree. Yeah, but it's a tree, innit? It's got you know, the fruits are the other children and the grandchildren, right? Come on, guys. SubhanAllah.
Yes, I'm with you on this one.
I'll give you the bank one, but the family tree one, I'm going to hold on to, guys. So let's see how that shakes up the top spot.
Ooh.
There's quite a bit of shaking up there. Ahmed and Co, they profit a lot from that transaction there. Subhanallah. Ahmed and Co have taken the top spot. So we do apologize for that. My technical team are apologizing and they're saying, I'm very, very sorry. I will do better, inshallah, next time to put some better questions together. I will be more diligent with my writing of my answers, inshallah ta'ala. Jazakallah khair, technical team. You are doing it.
You need to get them to write that on the whiteboard like 1,000 times. Like.
And it'll be mentioned in the khutbah this Friday as well.
So the thing is, with this type of questions, Imam Hamid, you need to ensure that, oh, never mind, we've gone on.
Next question. A word I know, 6 letters it contains. Remove 1 letter and 12 remains. What is it? A word I know, 6 letters it contains. Remove 1 letter and 12 remains. What is it?
The word I know.
A word I know. Okay, so I know many words. 6 letters it contains. Remove 1 letter, then it should have 5. Ajib. 12 remains. What is it? So a lot of people went for dozen, and it is the correct answer. Well done. Dozen and dozens is the correct answer, mashallah. Someone went for 12.
12.
12ers.
12ers.
12s.
12ers.
One person went for gushal.
Oh, you got
think
a
dozen
fight
should-
in the comments. Zahid in the comments is saying that you should accept dozen as well, not as well as dozens.
No,
Ah,
because
but now that's
because if
No,
you
'cause then
remove,
one taken away.
yeah, but if you take n away, yeah, if you take the n away, it only has 4 letters. Dozen has 5 letters, right? You take
yeah,
the
Oh,
brother,
becomes
brother,
those,
you
does-
have to be very, very particular, brother. What are you doing? Subhanallah. So this is why it's a riddle, guys, because the answer is a curve. Okay, how does that shake up the leaderboard? Is it frozen again or? Okay, so yeah.
taking time.
All right, so let me just see what's going on here. I think there might be another technical issue. Is there? No, there isn't. Okay, cool. So we have moved on, guys, to food and drink, I believe, right? Food and drink. Food and drink is the next category, brothers and sisters. So if geography wasn't your forte, science wasn't your forte, the deen wasn't your forte, then inshallah, hopefully food and drink will be your savior. MashaAllah, there's plenty of foodies in the community that Okay, this is a national dish of which country? Can you see that on your screens, guys? Yeah.
that could be anything.
So it looks like a little bit of keema, isn't it? So let's see. This is the national dish of which country? So the question: Boboti is the national dish of which country? Boboti. Bobo tea. Bobo Thai, Boboti, Nigeria, Ethiopia, South Africa, or Kenya? Boboti. I think the pronunciation may have a clue in it. Boboti. Boti.
I'll be
is like
honest, it looked like a lasagna to me.
That's what I thought.
Italy.
Ah,
Exactly, I was like Italy. Or it looked like that other one.
Subhanallah, Boboti is a national dish of South Africa, guys. Subhanallah.
Yeah, so that was a complete guess, Imam Hamid. I thought it was lasagna.
Or what's that other beginning with M?
oh, it's an egg-based topping. Subhanallah.
So Boboti is a well-known South African dish consisting of spiced minced meat baked with an egg-based topping. There you go.
I think that was a trick question. I got it right.
Every question for you, Nurlan, has been a trick. True or false? That's a trick. So keeping us honest there, Nur Alamin. So let's see how that shakes things up at the top. All but Abdullah and Sumaya got that correct.
Oh,
And they are knocked down somewhat, subhanAllah. Ahmed and Co solidifying their lead at the top there, ahead by about 700 points. Furry Dragons, hot in pursuit. Snow Ill slowly.
You still wish to carry on?
Zahid Aswat, I'm guessing that's you, Zahid, with the burger. So your sign, your picture is a burger. You should be doing really well in this joint, man. MashaAllah. Bossman Z, my G. Welcome to the top 10, MashaAllah.
It's because he's not.
I love how Isa is like an angel with a halo above his head. Very prophetic.
Pertinent, MashaAllah.
Where's the spice saffron come from? Oh, I know that.
Spice saffron, which flower does it come from? Orchid?
your
Crocus,
guess.
I thought saffron
Yeah.
came from saffron.
Reticulata.
Yeah.
Crocus.
You learn something new every day.
So crocus, a lot of people have gone for the crocus, and it is correct. SubhanAllah, I had no idea. The only plant that I know there is the iris orchid. SubhanAllah.
If you'd asked me, I would have said it comes from the saffron plant, obviously.
Yeah, a trick question. Trick question right there, Nurlam. Was that a trick question as well?
I actually knew the answer to that, but it was a trick question. Because just like Ayub, I would have gone for the saffron plant.
SubhanAllah. So it is commonly known as
Oh, it
saffron.
is called the saffron crocus. Come on, guys.
SubhanAllah.
So there you go. The answer had a trick in it, really.
Commonly known, guys. We want specific, detailed academic answers from you guys.
Yeah, Crocus sativus.
There's Nurul Alam's Latin right there, mashallah. Let's see how that shakes things up at the top spot. Everyone but Abdullah got that right. Snow oil was a little bit slow, but consistency is the key. Habibis make their way up to third spot. Subhanallah. MashaAllah. Slowly climbing their way up. Climbing their way up. Team Ali 2, previous champions. Our current champions are there in the top 10. Ayub, where have you disappeared to?
I'm just behind Nusayba in 12th. I reckon. I blame Nusayba.
There's still a hot competition between Ayub and Nusayba, mashallah. Isa and Abdullah. Abdullah, who was in the top spot for so long, has now rounded up the top 10. Subhanallah. Zishan, what does it feel like presenting and now being on the panel again?
It's a very strange experience. I'm not doing so well, so remain silent.
We'll blame that on Suleiman, though, right?
Are you not Bossman Z then?
I can neither confirm nor deny.
Bossman Z.
I wish
We'll take that as a no then.
Okay, so history is the next topic, guys. History, tarikh, histoire is the next topic. Let's see how you guys fare with your history. Have we learned from our past?
One is putting me off.
Are these all going to be Black Lives Matter questions?
In 1980, the SAS stormed which country's embassy in London? I remember this. Iran, Iraq, Libya, or Syria?
Syria.
The SAS stormed which country's embassy?
Well, you can't shout that out.
Can't shout out the answer, Noor.
Sorry.
Is it Iran, Iraq, Libya, or Syria? So a lot of people went for Iran. That is the correct answer. Noor Alam.
Nur Alam,
you should have shouted like Ireland. Like that's more believable. Like Northern Ireland.
One of the most famous counter-terrorism operations in British history took place in May 1980. Gunmen overran the Iranian embassy in London and took hostages after a tense siege. The crisis was resolved when the building was stormed by the Special Air Service in front of the world's media. I remember watching a documentary about that. It was very, very interesting the way it was done.
You're too young to remember that, Imam Hamid, aren't you?
Yeah, but the documentary.
Oh, the documentary, right? Okay, yeah.
Alhamdulillah, still young there. So, mashallah, not too many changes to the top 10 there. Sumaya, sort of clawing her way back into the top 10. Bossman Z, Isa, Zahid, Team Faisal, Team Ali, all there. Fairy Dragons, Snowil, Habibis, and Ahmed and Co. all rounding up the top 10.
I wonder if Nusayba's watching on YouTube. Nusayba, in the comments, let us know, because I'm in 11th place. So I reckon you're either. I think I just beat you to 11th place. So who's in 12th place? Let us know in the comments, inshallah.
Yes, inshallah. Nusayba,
Sumaya, I'm coming to you next.
Please get in touch. Okay, bismillah. Let's see the next question, guys. Which tax caused riots in London in March 1990? I'm sure every tax will cause riots, but which tax caused riots in 1990 specifically? Is it VAT, fuel tax, poll tax, or income tax? Which one of these taxes caused riots?
Well,
they're all equally capable of doing that, aren't they?
When they do this for 2020, it will be the people tax.
Okay.
The COVID tax.
Alhamdulillah.
COVID tax.
The poll tax. The poll tax is the right answer for all of you who got that correct. Breathing tax, Bradley. Breathing tax, So poll tax is correct. Let's see a little bit of trivia about that. The poll tax riots were a series of riots in British towns and cities during protests against the community charge, colloquially known as the poll tax, introduced by Conservative. Why am I not surprised there? Conservative government of Prime Minister Margaret Thatcher of all people. The largest protest occurred in central London, on Sunday, 31st March, shortly after the tax was due to come into force in England and Wales. Subhanallah.
Did you get that one right, Imam?
No, I didn't get that right. No,
Okay.
I wasn't aware of which tax. I have no idea. But there you go. Subhanallah. What about you, Nur Alam? I should be asking you that.
I'd be disappointed that I didn't get it fastest, I think. But
mashallah. So the tax is your forte, isn't it?
no, I wouldn't quite go that far. But it's one that I lived through. So
Allahu Akbar, yeah. Okay, so Ahmed and Co solidifying themselves at the top. They're almost they're over 1,000 points in the lead. Subhanallah, with Habibis in second position, but slowly they are increasing that lead at the top. It's going to be very difficult. We know in previous sessions at the quiz here at IANL that when you get to the top spot and you are consistent at the top spot and you manage to get a slight lead, it is very difficult to catch you up. But
never say never.
There have been times where a person has been on the top spot.
Yeah, the Habibis are only low.
Yeah, with a good 2,000 point lead, and the bonus round turned things around, and they lost that top spot. I think it was the Khan Shimas. I think if my memory serves me, still serves me right. Subhanallah. So it's all to play for still, guys. Don't lose hope. Ayub, you're still in it. Zishan, wherever you are, bro. Wherever you are, you're still in it. Nur Alam, let's hope another tax question comes.
Wait, is Zishan still here? Zishan, why are you still here?
What do you mean? I'm a panelist, sir. That's why.
Marginalization here. The silent panelist.
Panelist.
Bradley is more engaging.
How many years did the Vietnam War last? 21, 15, 12, or 25? Here's a bit of history for you guys. The Vietnam War, we all know how famous that was. How many years did it last for? 21, 15, 12, or 25? This will be a guess, I suppose, for myself. But let's see for you guys. So vast majority went for 12. It's 21.
SubhanAllah. Did not know that.
You get the right answer. Allahu Akbar.
Wow.
21 years at war, eh? SubhanAllah. And for what as well? So from 1954 to 1975, a protracted conflict that pitted the communist government of North Vietnam and its allies in South Vietnam, known as the Viet Cong, against the government of South Vietnam and its principal ally, the United States, called the American War in Vietnam. Yada, yada, yada. So that lasted, subhanAllah, such a long time. Oh, ajib.
It's reassuring to know that majority of us got it wrong.
It is reassuring. Ahmed and Co got that right.
Oh, wow, mashallah.
SubhanAllah, which means that they are going to further their lead. Team Ali too, though, they were the fastest to get that right. So they've jumped up all the way to second, and they are hot on the heels, but there is quite the gap between Ahmed and Co and the rest of them. Ahmed and Co, if you guys can let us know in the comment section, how are you feeling right now? Is it a feeling of elation that you guys are at the top? Are you nervous that you are being caught up by Team Ali too? Are you confident that you will be able to see the remaining questions out? Let us know in the comment section below. Bonus round. This, ladies and gentlemen, is where we separate the men from the boys, the women from the girls. This, ladies and gentlemen, is what we compete for. This is the decider. This is where the champion is going to show themselves for who they really are. And the losers go home empty-handed.
Or the tail between their legs.
That's Bradley.
You gotta kill it. You gotta.
There's Zishan. There's some ikhtilaf in the YouTube comments. Khalid Ahmed says, "I'm pretty sure that the Vietnam question is wrong."
I think it probably is. You know.
Yeah, but you can't trust this quizmaster. You know, he comes up with some dodgy
Khalid Ahmed on YouTube. You should give us some proof.
Yeah, al-bayyinatu lil-mudda'i. You have to. You were the one claiming.
You've made the accusation. You need to back it up.
So my technical the head of the technical team is called Khalid Ahmed. And apparently it is his daughter.
I suspect what's happened here is that there's a transposition error. It should really be 12 years and it's transposed to 21.
There you go.
So there's a familial dispute.
With
Let's see
Nurul
how it goes. Khalid, what do you have to say for yourself?
There was a year range though.
If you look at the dates, it's 21 years. That's the comeback. So the Bint Khalid, Bint Khalid, if you look at the dates, it's 21 years apparently.
According to Wikipedia, the war was 19 years.
So there's a dispute apparently. There's ikhtilaf amongst the ulama and the fuqaha and the mu'arrikhin, the historians. Some say it's 19 and others say it's 21. Why?
That's why I didn't put 19 on the thing.
That's why he didn't put 19 on the thing.
Yes, but Imam Hamid, the majority of us said 12, so the answer must be 12.
So what? Why we go by ijma? We all said 12.
So in the comment section, so Rahat is saying it was 19 years of war. Amir is saying it was 19 and a half years of war. I'm going to round that up to 21, inshallah.
So I didn't put 19 as well.
Bint Khalid is staking her claim. Look, she's saying 19 years.
Subhanallah. So the proof that Khalid Ahmed is bringing to you guys is that if you go to Encyclopedia Britannica, and who can argue, ladies and gentlemen, Encyclopedia Britannica, Wikipedia, yeah, that's like some new thing, new kids off the block type thing, right? Information. Anybody can edit that stuff. But Encyclopedia Britannica goes through the strictest of editorials, and it says there in that encyclopedia, 21 years. Case closed.
Imam Hamid, it's almost like you're about to sell us encyclopedias. Like we've in our family home, we have them from 1989. we have the entire collection on the wall from 1989. We never bought them after 1989, but they're there.
You can purchase them at a discount price from IANL for 19.99 per volume.
So if you were to consult the Encyclopedia Britannica in my house, the information is what, 30 years out of date. 31 years out of date.
We can dispute that. All right, let's keep this going, guys. Bonus round. Let's go on to the questions. Here we are. The first question from the bonus round: how many players are there in a rugby league team? How many players are there in a rugby league team? 12, 16, 15, or 13? Rugby league.
League and union is two different
I was
things.
going to say the same thing there. There's two different. Are they the same number?
I have no idea.
Nothing backwards. You need more than
25% of getting it right.
Let's see if you were in that 20%.
Ooh,
Right? Oh, mashallah. So
So I
13
think
people.
in my
13 right.
Yeah, so
Nurul
looks
Alam,
like-
did you play rugby in your private school days?
yeah, the private school called Stoke Newington School. Yeah, absolutely.
That is so prejudiced.
But
Good
you'll
old
be,
Roger.
you'll be, yeah, via Harrow, you'll be happy to know that I am amongst the 25% that guessed it correctly.
MashaAllah.
Mashallah.
Private school, right?
What did Bradley say?
His tuition fees went far there for the rugby union answer. Subhanallah. So there are 15 players in rugby league teams field. Rugby union there are 15. In rugby league there are 13. SubhanAllah. So play starts with the kickoff from the center of the field, with one team kicking into the territory of its opponents. Players can run forward with the ball, pass the ball backward to teammates, or kick the ball forwards. So there's a little bit of rules there for rugby league for any of you guys who want to play tomorrow, inshallah ta'ala. So let's see how that shakes things up at the top. Oh, so the majority didn't get that right.
Oh, but Ahmed and Co did. Mashallah.
Yes, they did. Subhanallah. Subhanallah.
Running away with it.
Zahid was the fastest to get that right.
That was really funny, Zishan.
Highest I've been so far.
So Zahid, I think he claims to be an expert at rugby. I'm sure. Do you play yourself, Zahid? Let us know in the comments, and we'll have an opinion about that, inshallah.
Zahid must have gone to that same private school.
Stoke Newington.
Stoke Newington.
What is
Oh,
the
he
middle
did,
name
he
of
did, he
Angela
did.
Merkel? Angela Merkel or Angela Merkel? Is it Hannah, Dorothea, Mikkel, or De Pfeffel? De Pfeffel? Which is the middle name of Angela Merkel? So a lot of people went for Dorothea. It is correct. MashaAllah. Wow. Well done, guys. MashaAllah. Clearly somebody is watching the news when the names come up at the bottom, right? So,
I don't think those names ever come up at the bottom, actually, the middle name.
Yeah.
So a lot of people have guessed it, I think.
it's a good guess. Well done for all of you who guessed it. 19 people got that correct. So, Zahid has actually responded. I played in primary school, played against Stoke Newington. You must know Nur Al-Alam quite well.
Which
He
school?
was the flyback, I think.
Which school did you go to, Zahid?
He probably went to Christ College.
The best school in Finchley. So
Yes.
So that was a private school once upon a time, wasn't it?
I'm too young. I'm too young to know
No,
that.
it was a grammar
Yeah.
school.
Time.
Newbury Park, so that's where Zahid went. So Angela Dorothea Merkel is a German politician who has been Chancellor of Germany since 2005. She served as the leader of the Christian Democratic Union from 2000 to 2018. It's from 18 years as the leader of the Christian Democratic Union. MashaAllah.
Why is no one talking about her? They always go after Mr. Putin for trying to become the latest and greatest dictator, but she's been in power for so long.
SubhanAllah. You think, right? You think.
It's all this EU politics. It's a good thing we're out of the EU. Brexit. We're not involved with these lot anymore.
Hardline Brexiteer right here.
Yeah, look at this. 18 years in power. None of that.
Okay, guys, let's see how this has affected the leaderboard, though.
You're still going.
Team Ali 2 and Ahmed Co both got that right, which means Ahmed and Co hold on to the top spot. SubhanAllah. My heart fluttered there. I had a feeling that was the last question, but it's not the last question. SubhanAllah. So, SubhanAllah, there is a massive gap between first and second place. Listen, guys, I'm just going to go on a whim here and say this here, that if any of you can get this answer correct and Ahmed and Co don't get it correct and you get to the top spot, this week there will be a prize. There will certainly be a prize. I know previous weeks, the prizes have been khuruj for 40 days with the Imam or something like that. But this week, inshallah, there will be a prize. I guarantee it. Inshallah. Abdul Rahman, you're back in the top 10, mashallah. We've seen you around. He was the champion once upon a time, wasn't he? 2 weeks ago, the champion, mashallah.
Yeah.
Team Ali 2 looking to come back, inshallah. Team Ali 2, if you can get this and be the reigning champion,
Yes.
the first ever champion of IANL quiz, you'll get a prize. Next question, guys. Here we go. Here we go. The last question of the IANL quiz. 12th of July. Basketballer Kobe Bryant tragically died following a helicopter crash in January. For which NBA team did he play his entire career? Chicago Bulls, Kansas City Chiefs, Los Angeles Lakers, Golden State Warriors. Which of these 4 NBA teams did he play? Bulls, the Chiefs, the Lakers, or the Warriors?
The basketball players. Lakers, isn't it? What?
The last person went for the Los Angeles Lakers, and it is correct. Well done, guys. He was, I think, the point guard for the Los Angeles Lakers pretty much all of his career. MashaAllah, tabarakallah. Let's have a look at the trivia for that. Kobe Bryant was an American professional basketball player as a shooting guard. My bad, guys. My bad. Bryant entered the National Basketball Association directly from high school and played his entire 20-season professional career in the league with the Los Angeles Lakers. That's dedication right there. A little bit more of the dictatorship there, subhanAllah, holding on to that shooting guard position for
20 years, yeah.
Okay, guys, let's see. Was Team Ali 2 able to knock off? Who's at the top?
Last step so much today.
Okay.
Ahmed and Co. That's the one. Sorry, I completely forgot who's at the top there. Were they able to knock off Ahmed and Co? Ahmed and Co got that right. Team Ali 2 got that right as well, which means that Ahmed and Co have held on to the top spot and are the new champions of the INL quiz. Ahmed and Co. Subhanallah. Well done, Ahmed and Co. MashaAllah.
You know,
Fantastic.
My pseudo name, that was me. I
What
was
was
a
your
hustler.
name?
I'm actually Ahmed and Co.
Get out of it, Zishan. So Ayub, you finished. Where did you finish there? Sorry, you finished 50th, 20th. Sorry, was that behind Nusayba? Was it?
Well, we'll never know. We'll never know.
Nusayba, if you're out there, please get in touch. Let us know where you are on that leaderboard, inshallah. Nur Alam, how did you fare?
let's just say I'm in the top 25 quartile, 21st top quartile.
You're more like the top percentile. Like
Not quite.
Well, somewhere out of 46 people. So, mashallah, congratulations to Ahmed and Co. They did a fantastic job throughout they were always sort of in and around the top 10 throughout the quiz. Towards the end of the quiz, they consistently held on to top spot, mashallah, without waxing or waning or ever being beaten, mashallah. Zara A, alhamdulillah, well done to everyone who played Ahmed and Co team. Zara, are you part of Ahmed and Co? Let us know if you are. Inshallah, we can congratulate you personally, inshallah ta'ala. Team Ali 2, commiserations, our champions of last week were so close to becoming the reigning champions. We are making appeal, brothers and sisters. We are making appeal. Who can become the reigning champion of the INL quiz? This position remains ever elusive. Right now, it's Ahmed and Co. Will it be Ahmed and Co next week? We hope so, inshallah, and we pray. Team Suleiman, Allahu Akbar, have made their way to third. Subhanallah. Maryam and the gang at home, mashallah. You are making your dad proud. You've got to teach your dad a few tricks as well, mashallah. He's always in the bottom.
I think they actually would have won if he had not contributed anything at all.
Those are digs to the belt there, subhanallah. Boss Manzi, well done to you, inshallah. You did really well. You climbed your way up to the top, but unfortunately couldn't quite clinch the top spot. Snowil, you were there in first place for a long time. The blizzard ended up dying out and the sun shone through with Ahmed and Co. and melted all the ice. Zahid, the rugby player that is Zahid, who went to private school and fought against Nurul Alam in rugby league, or was it rugby union? I'm not sure now, but mashallah, you're in the top 10 also. Sumaya, Abdurrahman, our previous champion as well. The Habibis, our previous champions, mashallah, also in the top 10. And Isa rounds things off. Well done, the halo, the angel that is Isa. Congratulations to all you guys who took part. Mashallah, well done to my panelists for taking part and making this, mashallah, such an enjoyable session, mashallah. Any last words, guys, about how today went for you guys?
Zishan did amazing. Finished top 46.
Was that?
Dawood here, he's given us 2 bits. He's saying, Zishan, he did really well. He got into the top 46.
Subhanallah.
Yeah, what do you have to say to that, man? What do you got to say to that?
Brother, I can neither confirm or deny what his statement.
Zishan is like a secret agent.
He works for the MI5.
I was actually Ahmed and Co and Big Man Z. So go figure.
MashaAllah. Zara A was in fact part of Ahmed and Co. Congratulations, Zara. Well done to you, your team. Ayub, MashaAllah, you did fantastically for parts of that quiz. We saw you. We managed to mention your name in the top 10. How was your experience with us here today?
Alhamdulillah. I've seen you guys do this quiz week in, week out for the last however long, mashallah. I think you might find me a regular now every Sunday night. This is it's quite interesting. Just to see the bounce between Zishan and Bradley and Nur Alam.
There is an intense rivalry between the two, mashallah. We love seeing it as well, mashallah.
I would love to know.
Congratulations.
I feel like Bradley was with us, even though he wasn't with us, but he was with us nonetheless.
It's not banter.
It's just me being honest. The feeling is mutual.
Radical candor, yeah.
MashaAllah. Nur Alam, how do you feel?
Sorry, what was the question, Imam Hamid?
How do you feel? about your how do you think you did in the quiz?
So my social media accounts are saying, come on, share this result with us, share this result with us. I am resisting because I'm quite modest about it, really.
Are you deleting your social media accounts, are you?
let's just say that I climbed up and up and up, but not quite up enough to get into the top 10.
MashaAllah.
MashaAllah. Well, congratulations, guys. MashaAllah, you did really, really well. It was an absolute pleasure to have you on board. Alhamdulillah, you made it so entertaining. Made my job, alhamdulillah, a lot easier. And MashaAllah, and I'm sure everybody at home enjoyed our conversations and our banter. Alhamdulillah. Massive thank you to Nur Al-Alam, our president, to Zishan, our co-host and panelist, and to Ayub, our special guest this week, MashaAllah, who we hope to see, inshallah, in the weeks to come. Massive thank you to everybody at home as well for taking part, MashaAllah. Congratulations to Ahmed and Co for being our champions this week. We very much look forward to seeing you guys next week for IANL's quiz. Jazakumullahu khaira, and do remember us for du'as. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Assalamu alaikum.
Stop sharing now.